We want to welcome Elliott Sadler back to his home track here in Richmond, Virginia. So welcome back home to Racing Virginia. As we all know, at Richmond Raceway, Elliott Sadler, this is his final race at his home track at Richmond Raceway. So I want to introduce Dennis Bickmeyer, our track president, for a special presentation.
Thanks, Brent, and good afternoon. Elliott, we just want to take an opportunity to say thank you, first and foremost. It's been a lot of fun in my 6+ years here to get to know you and to work with you and really just find out the kind of person that you are on and off the track. So we know he's a great competitor. Starting your playoff run here at your home track, we're excited for you. I know our fans are excited for you as well. But I just want to say thank you for being such a great ambassador for the sport. Again, you mean a lot to this community, to the Commonwealth of Virginia, and everything that you do to promote NASCAR in Virginia. So we want to present to you a commemorative plaque here. So I'm sure a lot of you have been covering races at Richmond for a long time. Remember the wooden Commonwealth of Virginia trophy. This is a replica of that, and I'll read what it says. It says, Elliott Sadler, Virginian competitor, friend. Richmond Raceway is proud to be the home track for the Sadler family. Thanks for your commitment to furthering motorsports in Virginia throughout your career. And that's exactly everything that you've done for us and for the race fans here in Virginia. Again, a true competitor and friend. Elliott, best of luck to you in your retirement. But business first, get it done tonight, and let's try to win that championship. Find a good spot for it. Thanks, I do. I got a great place for it. Thank you so much.
Sit up. Yeah. How Petty always say sit up, so we want to make sure. That's perfect. And a plaque. Thanks for that.
We'll go ahead and open it up for questions. If you have one, please raise your hand and we will get to you. We'll start here with Kelly.
Hey, before I answer that question, Dennis, I just want to say thank you to you and your guys for that. I tell people all the time we're very fortunate to have this racetrack in our area in the Commonwealth, and honestly, not just because you're just standing here and you gave me a cool trophy and plaque, but I think you're one of the best guys in the sport and promoters, and you do a lot for your local communities, and I've been here a lot up here with you, all your community outreach and the things that the Richmond Raceway does here in the city of Richmond, I think means a lot to a lot of surrounding businesses, friends, people, and the people in racing. So it's neat to have a hometown field at my hometown track. But thank you so much, and really thank you for tonight. I have worried Dennis out the last couple of weeks. I got a lot of people coming tonight, more than I've ever had, and you've been very accommodating. So I'll get all those passes back to you tomorrow. Okay. All right, who was it? Evil Knievel? Are you first? Kelly. I'm glad you're doing good, Kelly.
Thank you. Kelly Crandall, Racer.com. Switching gears a little bit, going back, it's been 15 years since NASCAR has now made the rule that you cannot race back to the yellow flag. That Loudon race in 2003, you were in that race. I think you may have had a front row seat to what was going on there with guys racing back. What do you remember about that day, and thoughts on whether that was a necessary rule to make for the sport?
Oh, 100% a necessary rule. And I remember coming off turn 4, and Dale Jarrett was involved in that, and he was one of my best friends at the time, and the 41 car, and there's a lot going on. And just we don't need that. We have so many other laps that we can race, and so many other parts of the race that we can contend with each other and try to pass. That we got to make this. I mean, this sport's already dangerous enough. We don't need to be flying back to the racing back to the checkered flag. I just I think it was an unnecessary evil at the time, and I was glad to see NASCAR do away with it. And I was involved in it very heavily at the time, in the middle of it, racing each and every week. And I don't think we need anything like that. Do you know something I don't know? Oh yeah, reminiscing. Yeah, racing back to the caution. Now, and it always put the leader in a tough situation. I mean, even Ross got messed last week at Vegas for letting somebody back on. I mean, who do you let back on and who not? And it's taking that all out of the equation now. So we don't have to hear any lip if we did or didn't let your teammate back by or competitor or whatever. So it's easier now.
We'll come right over here, right in the middle. Black shirt, yeah. Yes. Sorry, can't see you.
Elliott, now that today has arrived, how are you feeling? Talk about your emotions.
It's I feel good, man. I feel really good now. I think tonight will be emotional. Dennis has worked it out, and the guys have worked it out, and my kids are giving the command to start your engines, and even messing with my kids this week about it. I was pretty emotional about it, so it's going to be tough tonight. I think my car is going to be full before the race on pit road. I got a lot of family and friends here to watch us in our last hurrah at our home track. I'm good now, because I'm not involved in the moment, but I'm pretty sure pre-race is going to be a little emotional. But hopefully, when I get down in the car with the window net up, we're going to go ahead and try to do the best we can. We want to win this race, and we say that every year we come here. But I got to be smart tonight. We want to have a good run, get all the points we can, and not dig ourselves a hole moving to Charlotte next week. So all in all, Natalie, I've had a great day, and looking forward to tonight. We got a really good race car, and looking forward to tonight. So far so good.
We'll go to the cameras up in the back.
Mark Davis, NBC 12. Elliott, piggybacking off that a little bit, have you kind of let yourself think about the gravity of getting your first win here in your last race here? I mean, as a competitor, do you let your mind wander there, or is it, do you kind of have to remind yourself to kind of stay focused on just the task at hand?
Oh, man, you definitely dreamed about it. I dreamed about getting a win in my last race here, or my last year here, because I knew it was kind of coming, and we had a great run here in the spring and led a bunch of laps and won a stage and run up front most of the night. So, of course, why not, dream a little bit and kind of almost close your eyes and imagine what it would be like to win a race in your home track in your home state. And guys, I've been coming here since I was before I was a year old to watch my uncle race here when it was a half-mile track. So I've been coming here a long time and over 4 decades. So it's it has a different feel this week leading up to it. Kind of knowing this is the last shot we're going to have, but my guys understand that and have been very good to me this week, getting me mentally and physically, prepped and ready to go. And we'll see what tonight brings us.
We'll stay up there with the TV folks.
Okay. Jermaine Farrell with WRIC Channel 8 here in Richmond. First of all, Elliott, congratulations on a great run and a great career. I got to ask you, what's your fondest memory of racing here at Richmond?
Oh, man. I think the first time that I ran really good here in a Cup car, I felt good about it. I ran a Virginia Tech paint scheme here one year, and the fans were really bought into that. I thought that was pretty neat. I was a part of the No Bull 5 race here one time at Richmond. That was neat to be a part of that in your home track. I've got some decent memories throughout races where we've led laps and had a chance to win races. Being a pit crew member here, I think for my brother was a pretty cool first time we came here in a late model. But I think the fondest memory I have of this race, my very first ever race here in 1995, we pulled in on a flatbed trailer, and we were parked in between Darrell Waltrip and Dale Earnhardt. In my very first ever Xfinity race here. You talking about scared to death. It was 70 cars here. We made the race, and neither one of them made it. So that was kind of like the neatest, wowest moment I had, and it was my first race. I wish I could tell you that was not my fondest memory, because I would have had some cool stuff happen to me the last 56 starts or whatever I have here. But my first race here in the fall of 95 was something I'll never forget. It was kind of like welcome to the big times, parked beside, two of your heroes in the garage.
We'll come down here in the front to Chris Knight.
Chris, you got any good rumors, man? Something you want to talk about?
No, I'm good.
All right, good.
Hey, I want to talk about the Roval next week. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, is that how you're feeling?
No, go ahead, man. Ask your
So
question.
you
I'm
sound
sorry.
like-
I jumped the gun.
They're calling for rain next week.
Good. That's awesome.
All
great.
weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Really?
Yep.
I'm going to have engine issues on lap 1 then.
No, I mean, how much of a factor is this going to be in the Xfinity Series playoffs? It's not a cutoff race like it is for Cup, but it is the middle race for you guys in your playoffs. And what are you doing to prepare yourself?
Well, I 2 of my teammates tested over there, Bowman and Jimmy Johnson. So I've been watching a lot of videotape from that. Been watching, looking at a lot of their notes and what they said. And I reached out to Jimmy and talked to him a little bit about it and what he thought and what he felt. We were there this week, for media stuff for the playoffs, and we kind of looked at it then and kind of saw it up close and personal. Rain at that place as fast as the corners are going to be with all that banking. That should be fun. That should be a good time. So I can't wait to see what the Cup guys, because us Xfinity guys have to do this all the time. I can't wait to see how the Cup guys react to have to go out there in the rain. So good for them. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys race in the rain on Sunday if it rains for them. Other than that, I mean, we're just trying to do it's an unknown for everybody, Chris. So everybody's in the same boat. Nobody really knows what to expect. But rain should be fun. It's always so much fun on a road course. You think they'll make us race in the rain on the new track? Hell yeah, huh? That's a yes, right? Okay, all right. Yeah, the rain tires work really good. They do a good job. Yep.
Are there any additional
It's not really
questions?
the tires, it's the windshield wipers. If they let us have better windshield wipers, we can't see. It's not the tires have good, tires are fine, but we just can't see in the rain. All right, next question.
We'll go all the way in the back.
Randy Holman from the Richmond Times-Dispatch. Elliott, to put bookends on it, you gave us your best memories, and what's your worst memory from this track?
Oh, definitely 2005. Getting wrecked on the last lap leading the race by Carl Edwards is definitely my worst memory. I mean, we led pretty much that whole race, and he wrecked us off turn 2 coming to the checkered, and I would have won one of these things instead of Dennis having to give me one. I'd have got one of these nice wooden plaques they gave out back then.
Any message for Carl?
Oh no, that's 14 years ago. Hell, he probably don't even remember it happened. But I mean, it is what it is. But that was, you asked me what my toughest memory of here was, and that was definitely it. Yep.
Are there any additional questions for Elliott? All right.
Do y'all like this new place? Is it nice in here? How's the food? The food good? Food's good? Okay. All right. Oh,
Jerry has one for you.
he's getting wrecked. If we have a chance to win tonight, I hope we put ourselves in that position. If he's in front of me, I'll just go ahead and apologize. I'm sorry, especially now that Chris told me it's going to rain all next weekend at the Roval. So that makes tonight's, if whoever wins tonight, if you're part of the chase, makes your week so much easier going into Charlotte. So you just made it that much more of an incentive to go out and run good tonight. And I think Boss Man will understand. He'll understand that. But I tell you what, guys, he's excited to be here tonight. Don't let him. Yeah, I flew with him to Vegas last week and on the plane, and he'd been testing his late model, and he's been watching all his videos, and he's got all his notes, and he is extremely excited to be in that car tonight. So don't let him try to play coy with you guys. Huh? Oh, we will one day. We will. Oh yeah. We're going to cross that bridge together one day.
All right.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Good
guys. Y'all
luck.
have a good night.
You mentioned food in here. Somebody would cater